Are you excited to get hands-on with Revenue Cloud? I know I am. I'm Georgii Saveliev at Stratus Carta, and in this video, we will be seeing SMB Fiber in Core in the Communications Cloud Learning org to take a sneak peek of Revenue Cloud in action. So before we begin, if you take a look at the Winter 25 release notes for Communications, Media, and Energy Clouds, those generally do not support Revenue Cloud. It's not generally available with a few exceptions. So Salesforce pricing and Salesforce contracts, those pieces are generally available in Comms, Media, and Energy Clouds. But the other pieces of Revenue Cloud, such as the configurator, product catalog management, and more, those are not GA for Comms, Media, and Energy. So today we'll be taking a sneak peek at those features. They are not generally available yet. Please keep that in mind. So to see this in action, go to developer.salesforce.com/free trials, go to the Communications Cloud page, and go to this Communications Cloud free trial org. You want the learning org and click sign up. This will be available for customers and partners for everyone to play around with. So once you have that spun up, it will take about 30 minutes or so. You'll get an email to log in and reset your password. That will take you to this page. So if you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see the features that are available in this demo org. And today we are specifically interested in this piece here, SMB Fiber, and we can see that this is leveraging Revenue Lifecycle Management, which is now known as Revenue Cloud. So if we jump over to that, we will be able to see here, it gives you some instructions on how to use this. You can click view details here to see the details. And this is kind of a demo script of what you need to click on to make this work. And together in this video, we'll go through the same steps. So first you'll want to do some admin piece of going to setup and then Salesforce pricing setup and clicking on this sync pricing data. What this will do is this will cache some of the pricing data that's stored in decision tables and decision matrices, things like that. This is used for performance purposes. So click on that and wait some time, about 10-20 minutes for that to sync before you jump into the steps. I've done this ahead of time just to make the demo go a bit faster. All right, so this is a flow that guides us through the configuration of a quote. So to begin, we need to choose an account. I'll enter in Acme. It will pull up the account details and we can continue. Then it has us enter, validate the customer information. We can update that and then enter the quote details. So here I'll put the quote name as Stratus Carta Demo. For the price book, we'll use the standard price book and we hit save. That will create the quote and update the customer details. We go to next. Now here we're simulating a serviceability check. So what would happen in real life is we would send the address details to our serviceability system. It would tell us what kind of connection is available, fiber, copper, whatever, and then what are the download and upload speeds. In this case, this is simulated. In real life, you would want to tie this to a real integration. So we see that fiber is available and we can continue. We choose our catalog. We'll choose the default catalog here and click next. Now we move over to the configurator. So here we can see the 3 different offers or bundles that are available: fiber, broadband, bronze, gold, and silver. So at this stage, we can add the items with the default configuration via this add button, or we can go in and configure the offers or bundles via that configure button. Here we can see the top level bundle information, a summary on the right-hand side, and then the child items over here on the bottom left. So for the child items, we can see the categories over here and then the products within those categories. Now, this will respect the way we have the products configured. So here we can see that if I try to remove this child product, it throws an error saying that based on the cardinality, I need to select this child product. It doesn't let me remove it and proceed. So I'll add that back. Let's go to the optional services and let me remove a couple of these. And there we go. So let's say that I'm happy with that configuration. I can hit save and exit. I can also hit this update prices to see what the pricing is. Say I'm happy with that and I want to move forward. So now we have added the quote line items to our quote. I can click next, and then this will prompt us to update or enter the billing information. Say I'm happy with that, and I will click next to proceed. Now here, this is a quote summary. Again, this whole thing is driven by a flow, so we can add and configure the business logic that we want and the steps that we want. This just shows us graphically everything that we have. Now we can go to the quote to see what that looks like. And then here we're taken to the Salesforce quote record. We can see the quote line items here coming from the CPQ, and we can see the structure over here, the pricing of all of them, and some other details. We can then go into here to see more details, configure, delete, etc. So we can change the configuration from the screen as well. Now, let's say we're happy with that quote and we want to proceed to an order. We can then go here, click on create order. And what this will do is it will convert our quote and quote line items over to an order with order items. And we can click here to see what that order looks like. Now our order has the same line items here, and we can proceed with that. Then at this point, this order would be handed off to Dynamic Revenue Orchestrator, or DRO, for the decomposition and orchestration, but that piece is not available in the demo org as of now. So that was the end user part of the demo. Again, that's driven primarily by a flow, except for the last two screens we saw for the quote and order, so you can change that flow to your business requirements. Now let's look at some of the admin or design time pieces. So if you go to the app launcher and go up here and type in product catalog management, open this app, then go to products and choose one of the fiber broadband products. For example, here I have fiber broadband bronze. You'll be able to see in the structure tab, this is the same structure that we were seeing in the CPQ, and you'll be able to play around with these things, add attributes, change the cardinalities, add or remove child products as you like. So here is how you can play around with product catalog management or PCM. Now the qualification that determines which products are available is driven by a decision table. So the way you can see this is if you go to the app launcher and go to lookup tables, then choose the qualification tables, you'll be able to pull up this table, and then this will show us for these different products. This is the product 2 ID of that product for the different connection type, fiber, if it's available, yes or no. So this points to, I believe, the platinum and gold products. You can make them unqualified if you want, and just make sure to hit refresh after you do this so that the system will see your change, because those changes are cached for performance. So those are the two pieces that you can use to change the product structure over here and change which products are available over here in the decision table. And finally, if you want to play around with that flow, you can go to Setup and Flows, go here to the Customer Onboarding Screen Flow, and that will open up this flow. So these are the same steps that we saw in that end user demo. For example, I can go over here to the summary screen, go to Edit Screen, and then here I'll be able to see that this is driven by a standard component here. And we can see on the left-hand side, there are some additional SMB fiber standard components available. So we can inject we can do some configuration of pieces of this over here, and then we can inject additional business logic inside of this flow as we want. So that was a quick demo of what we have for SMB fiber in core. Just remember that generally Revenue Cloud is not GA for Communications, Media, and Energy Cloud, but pieces of it are, and this is a way that you can start getting a sneak peek at Revenue Cloud as an end user and as an admin. Hope that was useful for you. See you on the next video. Thank you.